Welcome to Good Morning Hospitality, your one-stop shop for the latest news, noteworthy trends, and thought-provoking discussions across the industry. From hotels to short-term rentals to all things travel and hospitality, you'll find each episode equips you with the information that you need to start your week. Join us on Good Morning Hospitality every Wednesday, wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah. Hello, Sarah.
Good morning, Steve.
I feel like we're like, what's the hen's been let out of the hen house. We got no producers today, no one
my gosh,
in charge of us. They've let us run wild.
Yeah, you guys better come at us with your comments and everything because we have no babysitter today. We are literally like,
I'm pushing the buttons on the back, hoping that everything works. So
Steve is producing the show. I just showed up.
Yeah, we're gonna put on a great show today. We've got a lot of good stuff.
Of course. So obviously, I see you're in your office in Miami. What's the temp happening in Miami? I saw there was crazy rain. By the way,
crazy rain, and I love. This was the moment that I was like, man, I'm so happy that I got that Ford Bronco earlier this year. Waiting for these floods. Like I got the big boy Sasquatch Bronco, and I was cruising through the floods. Like, get out of my way, little cars.
Big boy things.
But Miami was underwater the last 2 days. Every major artery flooded. So we're sinking slowly here into the sea. So we're going to be the new Atlantis.
Hopefully we dry out by next week because I'm going to be there for a couple days.
That's right. You want to tell everyone what's going on down here?
We have the International Hotel Show in Miami. So I'll be there on Thursday. Next week's a big week. I'll first be in New York at the Skift Global Forum.
Yes, you will.
Which is super cool. So I'll be there for the opening night, the first big day. Then I'll miss the last day because I'll be hopping on a flight going straight to Miami to catch the second day of the Independent Hotel Show in Miami. So I'm getting the best of both worlds.
Yeah, it's a heavy conference time. So I will actually be at the Florida Vacation Rental Summit, where we're a board member in Orlando on the 16th and 17th, and then back for the 18th for the hotel show. So
oh my gosh. Look at us, just zigzag. Oh, guys, we are going to be
around the country.
We are live and around the country. If you are at any of these places, please come see us.
Yes, absolutely. We'd love to see you. I know you're going to be at Skift, and will be up at the Skift show as well. A lot of people will be there. And talking about Skift, we are live on Skift now. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel for Skift, make sure to subscribe there and see all of the live and fun stuff on YouTube if you prefer it there. But we're always here on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Well, which is
great. So, I wanted to quickly, so I'm back, as those that can recognize, I'm back in my home office, but I was just in Las Vegas for the past couple of days. And I have to say, because we've talked about it, we've seen it in the news, tourism and all of this in Vegas. And you know what, to be fair, I wasn't in any of the main casinos, on the main strip, but everything seemed alive and well, good vibes. Everybody was great. It's a friendly bunch out there. It's like hospitality is pumping through everybody's veins. I'm into it.
Did you go down? You were on the strip. Did you walk around a little bit and see what's going on?
No, I only went briefly on the strip. We just stayed off the strip, kind of just checking out different things, different neighborhoods, catching up with friends, things like that. I was there with my mom, and so it was great. But I swear to you, every single place we went into, every restaurant, all that, people were just genuinely friendly. I don't know if I don't know.
Good vibes. See, I need to explore more of Las Vegas because every time I go, I just stay on the strip. I don't go venture out into other neighborhoods or see the nature or all the fun stuff that might be out there. I know you're a big hiker. Were you hiking and doing all those things there too?
We didn't. We were about to go to Red Rock. It's a hair warm. I didn't want to be making my mom do all that. I was like, I would like you to survive a couple more months here. Can we, more than a couple more months. So, maybe another time when it's a little bit more reasonable. Cause it's, it's a cool 89 at night,
Yeah.
The
desert. Yeah.
Yeah. But that desert heat and that it's very different compared to that Miami humidity.
Yeah, the jungle heat down here. That's what I liked. I like the humidity. It's good for
jungle heat.
I like the jungle heat.
Oh, crazy jungle heat. Oh my gosh. Well, we've got a fun show set up for today.
I think we got a lot of great topics here. You
We
know, a lot
do.
of fun things. Should we jump into it? We got
Yeah.
Victoria saying good
Hi,
morning.
Victoria. Good morning. Where are you joining us from? Let us
Yeah, let us
know.
know. Yeah, absolutely. Let us know where you're watching for. Great to see you here, Victoria.
All right.
But let's get into our topics. Right?
Let's
That's what
get into
people
this.
come here. I don't think they come to see us. I feel like they're here for the news.
You no, everybody just comes to see your pretty face. That's how that goes.
Oh, thank you very much. I'll
You're like,
take it.
yeah. You're like, yeah.
Me?
Oh, me? Who, me? All right. Our first topic here. Thank you guys, by the way, for putting up with our
Yeah.
little bit of silliness here. We could talk about hospitality news and still be lighthearted. So I hope that that's what you're here for, because that's what we're dishing out.
That is true.
So our first topic here, yeah, I don't know how I feel about this, but the U.S. is tightening visa rules again. We talked about this last week.
Yep.
Things have changed even more. Expect even longer wait times. Now, what's basically going on with this? So, in a nutshell, the U.S. is now requiring non-immigrant visa interviews to be scheduled only in the applicant's country of nationality or residence, eliminating third country interview options. Waivers for in-person interviews have been largely revoked. And there are new or increased fees, like a $250 visa integrity fee. Integrity fee. And higher ESTA costs have also been introduced. So obviously with all of this, increased wait times, all of that. Interesting.
Yep. It's going to be interesting how this impacts hospitality. Like they're saying right now, hotels, airlines, convention centers that are really dependent on all this international travel, we're starting to see it creep lower and lower. And it's getting a little nerve-wracking for some businesses. And they're trying to figure out how to get more of that domestic travel built in and get some other countries coming and really, have some of those local visitor and convention bureaus overdrive, right? To make sure their cities stand out, to say, hey, still come here. Like I know the ones in Miami, the GMCVB does a great job of trying to get big events here and making it a place that people want to come.
Yeah.
I'm curious to see kind of what happens with FIFA soccer coming up in 10 months, I think is when it is. So how's that going to be with all these visas and travel? Will be interesting to see when
Especially
you have the world.
in LA.
Yeah, when the world coming to the US. I know Miami has some games, LA has some games. I forget the other cities that have them. But
yeah,
it's interesting.
That's actually a very good point. I didn't even think about FIFA. I mean,
it hit me this morning as I was watching because they were making some announcements here.
Yeah.
Locally. Tickets are on sale soon and it's going to be.
Well, I mean, that's supposed to be, I mean, I know like, LA has been really looking forward to that. And obviously the Olympics, our international travel. I don't know. I feel like, and I could totally be biased, but I feel like we're feeling it more in Los Angeles than maybe you guys might be in Miami. Obviously, you have a lot of international travel, but Miami is also such a great destination for so many Americans too.
Yep.
That I mean, it just obviously it all depends on what you're looking at, but like I feel like tourism is down really across the board in Los Angeles, for example, just with everything that was going on in there. To have that, I'm like, oh man, like what do we? It's going to be challenging.
Yeah, even this month, this September is historically the slowest month in South Florida, Miami for hotels.
Okay.
Lowest ADR, is usually this time of year, but occupancy now is very low. Usually you could like lower the rate and then occupancy would kind of go up there, but the occupancy levels are very low in a lot of hotels right now. So it's interesting to see, I'm sure it's tied to a lot of different things. The economy, it's not just visas, but we're going to be watching this. I'm curious what you all see out on the streets or at your hotel.
Yeah.
Whatever cities you're in, are you seeing it much slower than it was supposed to be this time of year? Are you noticing less international travelers? Let us know here in the comments. We'd love to see what's really happening out there across the globe because we have so many viewers watching from so many different places.
Yeah, that's wild. Wow, the FIFA thing, as you can see, it's like it's hitting me. I mean, these are real big numbers. These are real things. And I mean, we see it so firsthand because we're in the hospitality space. But I know not everybody works in hospitality. And I think that they kind of turn a blind eye to it. And by the way, it's not just hotels. We're also talking about restaurants.
Yeah, restaurants,
and other things,
cafes, stores, tour guides, all these things that are part of, people traveling.
The ecosystem. But I mean, even to the everyday, American living in and around any of these big cities, I think if you're not working in hospitality, maybe it's not really in your face. I think you'll notice it when you go to restaurants. So, obviously, I'm sure a lot of people listening to this are in the hospitality space. That makes sense. But, if you've got friends that are in other businesses and they're like, maybe if they don't feel it or see it, tell them to start paying attention to the whole restaurant space. I know in LA, lots of places have closed. We do have some cool places that are opening. So somebody's working out something. But we've had some iconic places closed that just like they can't, they're just not getting the business. So it's amazing. Trickle down effect. That is for sure. That's for sure. But why don't we shift gears here and talk about, I'm dying to say this all morning, Yotel Hotel Holiday Inn. I'm kidding. We talk about, guys, I'm so sorry. I will not.
Sarah, let's see the energy drink today. What do you have?
I have Celsius sparkling.
Got her fired up today. Mm-hmm. We've got the Yotel Hotel brand.
Yes.
What are they doing, Sarah?
So Yotel's hired a Marriott exec as their new CEO. Mm-hmm. So this is big news. You're more familiar with the Yotel. I've actually never worked with Yotel before, but I know you were just mentioning that before. We have
a Yotel here in Miami. And so they're bringing in a Marriott veteran is what Yotel really wants to scale their brand big time. And they are aiming to get its footprint up to 15,000 rooms by 2030. So that's a big jump in just a short amount of time. And what they have is a kind of interesting thing. So the one here in Miami is 2 in 1. Is Yotel Hotel and Yotel Pad. And Yotel Pad is like apartments. So you could buy it and live there, but that's usually like put into the rental pool as part of the Yotel Hotel.
Okay.
Right. And so it's kind of condo hotel setup.
Yeah.
And so the way they do it is very light staffing. So like, the one here, you can check in on a computer. They have a robot that delivers things to the rooms. It's very tech friendly, I would say, or tech forward.
Okay, yeah.
Purple. Purple's their colors. They have like purple glow of lights everywhere.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Similar-ish to Citizen M.
Yes.
And which Marriott purchased.
Sure.
So it's kind of that same mindset of micro hotel room, great common areas, and kind of giving service that way. And so the Yotel here has some cool areas to go in, but I think they got some work to do to catch up to Citizen M. Just looking at what they've got here. So it's interesting. Yeah.
And so for those that are fans or know the players, it's Phil Andropoulos, who was a former Marriott exec. But it's interesting because I don't know that there's a Yotel near me here in LA. I know that I actually go by Yotel all the time on the west side when I'm in New York. Mm-hmm. And so, they're definitely in key markets. This will be it'll be just curious just to see how they end up expanding.
They have a good brand. I think what the new CEO coming in said, he wants to reclaim the innovator status that they once had. So experimenting with leisure concepts and pushing tech while balancing automation with a human touch is his quote. And so it really is that. I think the one here, they went a little too light on staff. I think they're making a comeback and they really want their lobby to be a place that people hang out. And they opened up a little cafecito window. So if you've been here in Miami, you have a little ventanita that you can go up to and get
we got all these accents. Oh my gosh, what's happening?
Right, in Miami. Si quieres, podemos hacer este show en español, okay?
Whoa. Oh my gosh. See. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what Yotel does. I think they could be a cool brand, and I like that they do mix the world of vacation rental and hotel together.
Yeah,
so it's interesting to see.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Well, speaking of, just more hotel news. Let's hop over to New York, where we'll be next week. Well, I will be next week. The W New York in Union Square is reopening after $100 million renovation. That's a kind of stunning property, by the way. But this is an exciting thing. Obviously, great location, fun property. We're also just seeing the W brand as it's just over the years. So this was definitely, I was
gonna say, how are you feeling about W brand? Because I was thinking about this when I saw this headline. At one point, still a great brand. And the one in Miami Beach, I remember when it opened, it was like the place to be. Every celebrity there. It was hard to get in, like velvet rope, right? And I feel like the brand
probably like Starwood, right?
Yeah, it was still Starwood.
Yeah.
Wasn't Marriott at that time, and then Marriott owns them now when they bought Starwood, and I feel like it got a little bit watered down. But what are you seeing? Have you seen any W's? Have you stayed at W's and like sought them out?
Oh, I love W's. I'm a big fan of the brand. I love their beds. I love their scent. I love the music theme. I'm a big music person, for those that know.
Right.
I got all of that. But yeah, I mean, I definitely, what you said, the sentiment that you said is that how it almost feels like it softened or got a little bit watered down, diluted.
Yep.
Oh, Paul, thanks for chiming in on that.
Balancing automation, the human touch is so important right now. It is true, Paul. A lot of hotels are trying to find that balance. So sorry, Sarah, we cut you off here.
No, it's all good. So yeah, I mean, I've seen you could argue that the W brand has been like watered down a little bit, but I don't know. More so maybe than watered down is that there are just so many brands.
That's true
And
too.
so, I mean, under every, whether it's under Marriott, under Hilton, under whatever it is, independent, like you name it, there's so many choices.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a fan. I love their whatever, whenever. The W in Nashville is one of my favorite hotels, and it is my favorite hotel in Nashville. So I don't know. I'm still into it, but
I like the one here in Miami Beach, the one in Brickell. I used to work at it. It used to be a Viceroy, so I know the building very well. And they just Viceroy and made it a W. So it's interesting. But here, the one in New York, again, $100 million on 256 rooms is a lot of money to put into a hotel, and they're really reasserting they want to get back in and get that luxury lifestyle footprint in New York City back. And that's what they're really hoping. So I'm excited to see what they do, because it is a great brand for the industry, and
it is
fun, and it makes things really cool. And they've always really innovated, and people used to copy what they did all the time.
And yeah, absolutely. And think about that location too. I mean, that's like such an, I mean, anytime that you can have a footprint in Times Square, you're reaching the masses. That is, and it's a big deal. So I think it's a smart move for them as far as just doing this sort of makeover, so to speak, and this like flagship relaunch. Like, hey, we're still out there. We're jamming. We're cool. Come visit us. It's a smart move.
Yeah, I'm excited. I got to get up to New York and see some of these things, because I wanted to see the Waldorf that's going to be opening up soonish. I know they've got some stuff going there. Now I get the W. You got a lot of money going to New York City.
Totally. We should take this show on the road. We should go. I'll meet you up there, because there's a lot. There's a lot going on. And I think it would be cool to kind of like check out the different.
I really want to see the Waldorf. Waldorf would be cool. And W, hey, I'm not hating on you. I want to come see it too. And so, viewers and listeners, what do you think about the W? Do you think it's still the hot place to be? Give us a thumbs up if you think so, or thumbs down if no. I'm curious to see what you all think out there. Give us those emojis.
Yeah. Ooh, emoji us up. All right. Well, why don't we go ahead and hop into our next topic here?
Emoji us up. I like it. That's the quote.
Oh, you didn't like? Okay. All right. You know what? It's barely after 7 a.m. on my time. Everybody, I'm a little bit more articulate after 8 a.m. just in case anybody wanted to know. And they were like, Sarah's cool, but we wish she was more articulate. Just give me 50 more minutes. Totally kidding. All right. So this is interesting. Oh my gosh. I think we almost need to dedicate like a whole show to this.
I think we got to get a show for this, because it's going to be a big change.
Yeah. So OTAs, online travel agencies, high hopes for social media and AI channels, as basically Q2 marketing spend hit $5.2 billion. So basically right now we're seeing this massive marketing war. Expedia, Booking, Airbnb, Trip.com spent over $5 billion in just one quarter. And it really is this reminder that like customer guest acquisition is really like this is where the battle goes down.
Yes.
And then there's this shifting trend as far as channels. So social media, generative AI searches are increasingly replacing Google as a discovery and booking funnel. I've been preaching this for years, the value of social media. And it's like now they're kind of catching up to that, but on top of different ways that like, people can book travel on TikTok, and other things. So I'm want to hear what you've got to say on this, because
look, I think that this is going to be gigantic. I think it's going to only continue to explode. I've seen my search patterns completely change. I rarely use Google now. I'm big Chat GPT. I'm big on looking at social once I get recommendations, and then looking at what users are actually posting. So user generated content, so I can get the real picture of what's happening.
Absolutely.
And I think that's going to continue. And really what I've learned from this and all of it is how much money is spent from OTAs to capture the views and attention of travelers, and how hard it is for hotels and independents to get their direct bookings. You have to spend so much money just to do that. It's like the OTAs have billions they're spending in just a quarter, 5 billion in one quarter, right? Is how much they're spending to get the viewers' attention to book through them, and they get them to your hotel. So you always have to try once they're on site to get them to rebook directly with you, because to compete head to head with some of these OTAs is ultra difficult. And you see it with all of Airbnb and Booking and Expedia and Trip.com and all these other major players that are spending money. It's crazy.
Which, I mean, again, they've got a lot of responsibility. The OTAs, it's not just one hotel, it's all the hotels. So, and they're trying to get people in the ecosystem as well. So it's not like it's evil doing per se, but obviously like in what they, I mean, in what they give up with the lower rates as far as going through the OTAs, they're using that in marketing. So, but it's a hefty tune. That's wild.
What I like about this too, what I'm excited about, is the social media part. We talked about this 2 weeks ago with the TikTok travel. I think Instagram is going to have that very soon, and all the other kind of like, I think people now, like, I laugh a little bit. It's like, hey, like a year ago, I did those 50 hotels in 50 days. There was nothing like this, but if I could throw a link on there and people could book, and all of a sudden you can start generating some income as a OTA influencer. It's pretty amazing to see. Like, people could create entire careers of just doing this. There's a lot of people doing it like you now and other influencers, but in a different way, where you're not having to go to the hotel to say, hey, pay me this and I'll post about it. It's like, I'm going to post it, and if people book it, I get my commission.
Even better. Yeah. No, and it's going to be great. It's like, I was looking at, fun fact, I was looking at building out something like this like 8 years ago. I didn't have the actual like work bandwidth. I was still at a hotel. I was running my brand. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to build a tech brand? But like, this has been, point is that this has been needed in the space for quite some time. And it's like, so it just took kind of like the right timing, the right, connections, because again, it's like, what are you going to do? Build a third-party app, then you can white label something like Booking or this to get the actual quote unquote inventory. But then, it's like, then you need the user base. So, and it just makes sense for some place, like, obviously when you would build that out, you would build that out and hope that something like an TikTok or an Instagram or, Meta would end up buying it. But I mean, that was the game plan for quite some time. So to see this come to fruition finally is great. I mean,
I love it. I'm excited because like, I was trying to Frankenstein it like you were, right? I was like, all right, I'm going to make this video. I have my affiliate link from Booking. I'm going to put that link in the bottom here, click the link, but then it wasn't trackable. I was like, all right, I'm going to go with Fora. I got my travel.
You did?
If you type in Fora, my face shows up. I got approved, and I was a travel agent, so I could get the AIA IATA number. Yeah, so I had my IATA number, and I was trying to put it all together, but it was so hard.
You still have an IATA number?
Yeah, I still have it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we need to talk after the show here. Okay, cool. No, I didn't know this. Yeah, I mean,
I was trying to piece it together, but now if you have TikTok and hopefully the other channels, so you just post that video and link the hotel on the back end, and then you can be trackable. Like, oh, Steve and Sarah sent this many bookings to the W New York after talking about them today.
Completely. Yup. Very much so. Yeah, that's definitely an interesting place to be in. But I mean, again, this is the future of it, and I think it's just going to grow and expand like exponentially, very, very, very quickly. So, yeah,
a lot coming up, but we can do a whole show on that. I know a lot of our viewers, like Paul Manzi, if you're still watching, I know we can't talk about where, but we're working on something that has a big day pass portal, right? And so it's interesting to see like all these fun, interesting things out there that are popping off.
Yeah, this is cool. So wait, why don't we go ahead, because I'm looking at the time here. We got
We don't have a producer. We don't have a producer yelling at us to hurry up.
I know. We're wild and crazy kids here. Okay. So this was interesting because I was just in Las Vegas, and we also just talked about Accor last week. So Accor is debuting in Las Vegas, which is huge. This is a big move. So basically, in late July, they basically partnered with Treasure Island, which is going to be rebranded under the Handwritten Collection, which is huge. This will be adding 2,800 rooms to Accor's portfolio, as well as being Accor's first Las Vegas property. And now it also makes it its largest hotel globally. So this is interesting because, and I actually love this topic because, I mean, Accor's certainly a larger known brand in Europe and other parts of the world than it is in the US, just because that's where they've been based. But they're really trying to target these sort of gateway cities in the United States to kind of start growing their brand and their visibility here. And this, I mean, I think it's a huge move.
That's a big one. And one of their gateway cities in that article is Miami, where they're trying to launch a lot of their brands, which we love seeing here.
Yes.
But this one's big, right? Because like you said, those mega hotels in Vegas, you walk into them, you're like, wow, this place is gigantic. And 2,800 rooms is a mega hotel.
Yeah.
I love that they focus on a couple of things that they do really well. F&B, they have, I think, 1,200 restaurants like across the globe. So they know food and beverage very well. Branded residences, co-working, and entertainment are a lot of their like big things that they know how to do well. So I think that fits perfectly for Treasure Island. I have a request, Accor. Okay, back in the day, Treasure Island used to have a big pirate show out on the Strip. I think it was like every hour on the hour. I would like that to come back. That's the one thing I realized too. I was looking at Vegas. Like, a lot of the fun things that are kind of like kitschy and fun aren't on the Strip anymore. Like there used to be a big volcano at the Mirage, and then
there was. I remember
pirate
that
show and out in front of Treasure Island, and then Bellagio had the fountains, and it seemed like everyone had something, and now they don't.
So you think more kitsch should come back?
I think more fun, like having more fun. That's what I've noticed. I only went in big, like once a decade, right? And so like sure. I've seen a big thing, and
that's a good sample.
I think it used to be, for me at least, you could go have a lot of fun and not spend thousands of dollars. And I think now you have to spend a lot just to be in some of these places.
Well, that's the big struggle that Las Vegas is having, is like people are just spending differently. And so, they got to get the money from you some way if you're not going to be gambling or drinking.
Yeah, we got to spend that money. So Accor, hopefully get those pirates back out on the Strip. Let's see what they do.
Okay, let's get to our last topic here. You're welcome. I just arred. All right, we're going to talk about JetBlue. They have launched a new platform for reducing flight emissions, which is pretty neat. So they're basically the first U.S. airline to adopt this AI-powered platform, giving pilots real-time fuel efficiency insights. So the goal with this is to target 73,000 gallons in savings per month. So this is kind of cool. It's part of their Jet Forward strategy, which is right?
Like they're really moving toward being extra sustainable. We always talk about sustainability and how we like that. And I know it also helps their bottom line if they can save on that gasoline, and hopefully they can put that money to work somewhere else. And look, all these hard to have an airline. We just talked about Spirit last week going bankrupt again, right? You got to be efficient in what you're doing. And if it's good for the planet and you can use technology to really speed this up, I know we're all about that. We're all big fans of seeing that happen.
Completely. So, so that's great. And I mean, again, I mean, the more that we can see the different airlines making, I mean, all of them that have very strong sustainability focused programs, but this is a big move for JetBlue. So shout out to them. All right.
Things. Real-time recap. What have you
real-time recap? Yeah, we want to be mindful of the time. So real-time recap. What's happening in the streets of hospitality? You should go first.
I should go first. I will say
go first if you would like, because I got a lot to say.
Go first. Go first.
Okay.
I haven't.
Yeah, you formulate your thoughts. So, we were kind of talking about this ahead of time. So I was in Las Vegas for the past like 5-6 days, and I will say this: the hospitality spirit is alive and well there. I was just everywhere I went off the Strip, everyone was just so nice and like genuinely nice. And the conversations we were having, I was with my mom, and we were just like meeting all these people, and it was this breath of fresh air to just have great hospitality in like a local like sandwich shop, and like we would go to the gym and like these types of places where I sometimes feel like that's lost in a little bit of some other big cities.
Mhm.
And I'm traveling all the time. I'm always interacting with people. I'm pleasant 98% of the time. I mean, I'm human. I'm sure
99,
I'm maybe
99.
99. I might get a little like direct. That when I'm cranky, I'm direct. But it was just not like it felt good. And so I don't know. I want to kind of examine that a little bit more. Like, what are we missing in some of these other places where people are not, and by the way, all different generations, because I know that's a big thing that people, oh yeah, well, younger generations, like they're just glued to their phones and they don't know how to interact with people. And I'm like, I was seeing like 20-year-olds have amazing conversations with my mother. So like, I don't know, like what's going on, what's in the water there versus some of these other cities where people are just like, next, please. That. I don't know.
Yes. I love it. We need, I think it feels almost like Southern hospitality, but out in the desert is what it feels like when you
Yeah.
talk about it.
A little bit.
When
Yeah.
I was there, it was great service too. So for me, I'm always on the South Beach walking around, and I got to get a brand new hotel tour. So the Shelbourne here on Miami Beach is by Proper. So
I'm going to be staying there for part of next week.
are you? Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
so
the
you're going to have to
Shelbourne,
come say hi.
I'm a big fan. I just got a tour with
Yeah,
Oliver, who is the director of sales and marketing there.
amazing.
And they just opened. And man, their lobby spaces and their common areas are some of the nicest I've seen on the beach. And I wish I had a picture to share today. They have the nicest pool chairs I've ever seen. The cushion, no joke, is probably, I don't know, a foot high. It's squishy and beautiful, and it looks great out there. And so they really revived this legendary hotel. So you'll be checking out the Shelbourne. Maybe we'll give you a little intro to Oliver, and we'll come over there. Maybe we do a show from there or something. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, maybe we could do like I don't know. We'll figure out something. We should do something from there. So I think I'm going to be there at least like 2 nights, so we can talk about that afterwards. Love that you're bringing that up. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
That's the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go check out the pool chairs.
The pool chairs. Think about, that was my first job. I even told them, I was like, man, my first job was pool and beach attendant, and these cushions might be the best I've ever seen.
These cushions are cushioning.
All right, let's see if I know how to produce our show. Quote of the week. Oh, there it goes. Why don't you read it for us there?
Okay, fine. Hospitality is present when something happens for you. It is absent when something happens to you. Our good friend, Danny Meyer, for those that know him, obviously, setting the table and all the other things. Yeah.
It's happening for you. We're thinking about you. We are anticipating you. We want something good for you. When it's happening to you, it's like more like you said, next order. Okay, here you go.
Very transactional. And something so simple as the difference between the word for and to. I love that because I think it just
right. It's for you, right?
Yeah.
That's what I like about that.
It reframes so much of what we're thinking about again when it comes to hospitality. And I love, and by the way, the reason why we do these quotes is I know a lot of you, we've been working in the industry for a long time. You know this, and maybe you haven't thought about it in a different way to pinpoint it, or you just haven't thought about it in a while. And so I know the hope, certainly like from my end, when came to coming up with these quotes, is to just like help us like look at what we do with fresh eyes, because we know it's, even though every day is different, it's a lot, especially if you've been in the industry for a while. So that's the hope with these quotes. So hopefully that lands with you and just kind of gives a little bit of an extra spark to what you're doing throughout the rest of the week.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Love to end on that high note.
So listeners and viewers, I'm supposed to hit this button that says end stream, and it should play an outro video, and I don't know if it will. So what do you think? We're going to hit this button right now.
I think we're going to stay hospitable in the meantime.
Stay hospitable, everyone.
See you guys next week.
I'm pushing the button. Let's see.